Okay, a few people are a little bit confused on how this mode works. I'm going to use the beginning of this video to give more specific instructions on exactly how to use this mixing in OECake. Once again, make sure that you're using version 1.1.0b or higher. Once again, this is the highest version that's out at the time of making this video. There may be a higher version out by the time you're watching it, possibly. Who knows? Escape is the button that turns on the mixing mode. Once it's turned on, you don't have to hit it again, ever. Just select a different base element. The element that you just click once and let it go, and then you use the letter keys for all of your mix-ins. For example, you chose water, and I'll mix that with gas, and we have water vapor instead of just regular gas. You can click the base element as Smochi and then mix in Q for water. You have kind of watery mochi. If you do that in the opposite order, all you have to do to start a new mix is to choose a new base element by clicking. So hit water and then mix in mochi, and you have the opposite of what we just created here. Hitting escape turns off the mixing mode. If you hit escape, you'll have to hit it again in order to get back into mixing mode. But instead of that, just don't hit it at all. Just click a new base element, like rigid and powder, which I think should make us an exploding piece of rigid material. Yep, it did. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video. Alright. Water plus heater makes this vapory looking stuff, and then you do water and cooler, and you get this watery looking stuff, and when they touch, they just eternally battle with each other. Pretty interesting. Alright. TMJU. Make a nice big blob of it so we can see the effect in slow motion, so my computer, slows down. Pour water over the top of it. When the water hits it, it starts spreading these little tentacly things that will break off and fly through the air on the particles of water. This is a simpler version of what somebody on the Facepunch Studios forum calls Charlie. Charlie is a mixture of almost all of the elements together, and it does something similar, but Okay, we have a combination of mochi, inflow, and wall, and it makes this wall that you can pull infinite amounts of mochi out of. Okay, now let's make kinda sorta antimatter. I say kinda sorta because in theory, if antimatter touches matter, then both get cancelled out. In this case, it just cancels out matter, so it's only like halfway there. But anyway, water and outflow should do the trick. Oh, and don't forget, you can customize the color of these after you make them. So if you want it like black for effect, then drop rice or mochi or whatever. You can put up a wall, throw it at the wall. And the same thing works with any other matter. If you want a solid piece of antimatter type material, then you hit rigid and then outflow, and that piece of rigid, and once again you can customize the color of it to be gray or whatever. This will also suck up anything it touches. So there you are for semi-antimatter. Now we're going to make a material that I like to call Gish, named after the video game character, which is Tensile and User, in that order. And the reason I call it Gish is because if you've ever played the game, you know that you play as a blob of tar that you can control make him do various things, and in this case, well, you can make him move with the arrow keys, and you can also make him jump. And he always kind of maintains a blob-like form because of the tensile property. And, color, make him black, because, well, that's what color Gish is supposed to be. Oh no, they're mixing. Okay, but you get the idea. Pretty cool. I call this one Gun Cotton. You hit powder, and then hit M for mochi, and put some on there, and it spreads out when it hits the ground, and you just drop a little fire on it. Boom! You get a nice satisfying explosion. Once again, that's powder and mochi. Throw the fire at it. Well, the fire hit it on contact. Anyway, yep, that's it. Gun Cotton.